What is up, everyone? I'm KG. Thanks for joining me. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button. Whether you're new or old, please like and comment on the video. A small click for you means the world to me. I'm starting off the cards that I wanted to talk about today. Let's talk about Rite of Aramasir. The only reason I'm even bringing this up is because I don't want you to buy it. You know, we're getting this card reprinted soon. I don't even know what the set name is that we're getting this in, but I know that this card's getting reprinted soon and it's already been confirmed. So, you know, I myself don't have this card. There's never been a point where I've ever owned this card. But, you know, I would just strongly recommend to not buy it. The collector's rares as well. Don't buy either of these. You know, even though these collector's rares are going back down to around 100 instead of 120, I would still say just wait on it, bro. You know, we're going to be able to get these a lot cheaper pretty soon. Next, I do want to talk about this Arctic monster. I even bit the bullet on this card, bro. I literally didn't know what it did, and I bought it, you know, and then I read the card, and I was like, okay, it's not terrible. But this card stops monsters from the extra deck, so besides the monsters with the levels. So this card's not terrible at all. It's a cool little card. This card even searches through Arctic cards, so this card's actually kind of nice. If you don't have this card, I would say you may want to get into it. There's only 4 of them on the market, so that's the reason I recommend getting into it, because there's 4 of them, and I can pretty much guarantee we're not going to get a higher rarity of this card. Steel Swarm Roach. This is a card I wanted to speak on because there's just none of these. I went to go buy this card the other day, and it's just expensive as hell, bro. Like 37 listings right here for the first editions, and it just goes up crazy, man. It just goes up like crazy. So like, I don't even know, bro. Like if you have this, I'd probably sell the card for like 35. If you know, once this card hits 30, 35, I'd probably recommend selling it. You know, there's a wall here for 29, so you know, maybe post it for like 27, 28 bucks. Just try to sell this shit, dude, because this is an insane price, in my opinion. I think this is way too expensive for the card. I think it's a niche card. I don't think it's something that's going to be... Well, I mean, Cash Tier is a thing, so I guess I get why this card is expensive. Stops inherent summons of monsters. End the story. Okay, I kind of get it. But moving forward, Snake Rain. This is a really good card, CR. This is obviously a really good card. It dumps a lot of monsters from your deck to the grave. If you can look at the pricings here, you can see that it goes up very quickly. You know, obviously we don't have any reptile decks now that are worth playing, you know, that's worth investing in this card, but this would be a great card to have your hands on if we ever get a legitimate reptile deck, you know, a deck that's actually like meta. You know, I don't know, that's a card that could be insane. Like in a lot of different decks, that card would be wild. But moving forward here, Chaos Angel. This is a card that I'm sure people are talking on, so I'm not going to spend much time on it, but it goes up crazy and its card's really good. There's not many walls at all. Like someone has like 4, I think 6 maybe, but not many walls at all with this card, and it goes up quick. I even bit the bullet on this card. Around $50 I bit the bullet, and I was going to make a video at that point, but moving forward, Astrograph Sorcerer. This is a card I told you guys to get around $20 to $25. Legitimately, this card was legitimately like 20 to 25 bucks. So here it is. I'm not even making it up. Like this card was cheap as hell, and I told you guys to get into it. I was like, yo, this is Astrograph. Card is really good. Why not just have it? I got 3 myself. You know, I was trying to tell you guys what it was, and now as you can see, the card's going up in price. You know, it went up in price before, it went even higher than this. But I'm just saying, you know, this is ridiculous as far as what we're looking at. So if you want to get your hands on one of these, I would say get one. Like this 33 bucks is not bad. I would spend the 33 bucks on one of these, bro. Like this is and it's beautiful. If you guys have seen this card in real life, this cape is like different. It literally looks like space. It's insane. But you know, moving forward here, I'm gonna talk about Teardrop the Rika Queen. So these secret rares are going up in price. As you can see what they were worth before, it dropped off a little bit once it got reprinted, of course, makes sense. But you know, as you can see here, 13, there's a few of them here, 13, 14 bucks. Card goes up again, you know, back to where it was, and there's no real walls. There's a couple walls, like 4, someone has 4. You know, like I said, there's maybe like 1 or 2 walls, but all these people 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, you know what I mean? There's just not many of them. So go ahead and get one for 13 bucks if you want the secret rare. I think that's a decent buy. Honestly, the card's not going to get any cheaper than this, so I think that's I don't think that's a bad buy at all if you want the secret rare. Obviously, you can get these ultras. Those are actually good looking cards, not bad looking cards at all. But I would recommend strongly buying these. So these cards have been moving recently. There's still a couple here for like $40. I got one, if you guys saw my last short, I got one for like 40 bucks myself. Well, you know, not a bad price. And the cards are rank 8. You know, you gotta love rank 8. And tribute to monster, so not bad at all. Also, it's a quick effect if you have a plant attached, so not bad at all. I think this is a really decent card, honestly, bro. I really do. Something that you want to get in your arsenal if you don't have it. Now, one thing I want to talk about here, you know, we have King's Knight. I want to talk about Jack's Knight and Queen's Knight. So Obviously these cards are not competitive. I'm not trying to make it like these cards are competitive or these are cards that you need to go out and get right now. But I do want to talk about the comparison of these ultimate rares and the collector's rares. If you look at the collector's rares, bro, obviously these are really nice cards. The cards are beautiful, they look great. But for $20 to $25, I can only recommend to get into the ultimate rares. If you go back to the old school ultis, these cards are really rare. Cards are insanely hard to get your hands on, especially nowadays. And you can get into these for similar prices. $25 for English. This card only has one seller, so that's kind of sketch. But these mod plays, $19, $13, not bad. And the card goes up significantly. You can see what I'm saying now without me even having to explain it. This is why I think you should get these ones instead. Of course, the collector's rares probably look absolutely beautiful. They probably do, because a lot of collector's rares look great. But I just say, if you're looking at which one you should get, always get these ultis first. In this scenario with the king, queens, and jacks knight, get these ultis first, bro. As you can see, some mod plays for cheap. I would buy those myself, literally. I would buy those, seriously. Like, depending on what the seller looks like, I would buy those. Like I said, $25 to $30 for some light plays, not bad for a card like this. And then, like I said, when you go back to the, if you want to compare these to the collector's rares, these are like $18 to $20. These are like $20 pretty much, $20 a piece for these, and it goes up to $25. So like I said, I would just say bite the bullet. If this is a card that you're looking at getting, or you guys are comparing them, just get the ultimate rares, bro. Like, always get the ultimate rares over these CRs. As you can see with the Queen's Knight, it's the same deal with the Queen's Knight, bro. $30 for the CRs. Ulti Queen's Knight, this card even is when you rather get the first edition ulti of, because it just, mod play $17, $18. Why not? That's just a better deal in my opinion. Light play $35, and then it just goes up substantially. So definitely just get these ultis before you get the collector's rare. Spend a couple dollars more, literally a couple dollars more, and just get a better card, in my opinion. Moving on, Cypress / Harpy Lady. This is a card that I do not own, a card that I wish I had, a card that I've wanted for a minute, but in my opinion, it's just been too expensive. As you can see with this graph, the card is just, maintaining its price and going up a little bit. There's a couple walls, so I'm not gonna pull the trigger on this card. I'll probably never pull the trigger on this card. I'm just gonna hope we get a reprint, and then if we get a reprint, hopefully this will go down. I just wanted to tell you guys, I don't think you should buy this card. This is a card that I do not think you should buy. I think you just, I had a couple people ask me what they, if they should buy the card. I think you should stay away from it personally. Wait for a reprint, and that card will go down in price. Moving forward here, Rescue Rabbit. This is a card I think that you should get your hands on. I actually talked about this weeks and weeks ago. It's been a while since I talked about it, but back then when I talked about it, it was around $30 to get into a collector's rare. Right now it's around 33, 34. Then it goes up to 40, 45, 50. So I would say get your hands on this card if you want the card. I'm not saying it's something that you should just buy just to buy, but if Rescue Rabbit High Rarity is something that you want or something that you just like, I would say just get your hands on it, bro. I have 3 copies of the collector's rares myself. They're nice cards. I used to have these secret rares, but I sold them when I stopped playing years and years ago. These also go up in price, so not bad cards to get into either. Like I said, these really go up in price by the end of the page. So, and then another thing, not many. There's a wall right here. I guess there's a couple walls, like 1 or 2 walls, but not many at all. Most people have 3 or less of these, so definitely not a bad buy. Next card I wanted to talk about was Chaos Daedalus. I wanted to talk about this card simply because there was a point in time where this card was more expensive. For the first editions out of Tomb Chaos, these collector's rares, they were a lot more expensive, like $35, $40 each. I've had my eyes on this card for a minute, but the card's going back down, going down in price. No one's playing it. Then it jumps back up like crazy. So this may be the time to get into this card. I'm gonna give it a couple of weeks, see if it can go down to 20 or so. But this card is at an all-time low. Has never been this cheap. So just bringing it up to you guys. Moving forward here, a card that's going up in price, Crusadia Reclusia. I'm not sure if people are talking about this or what the deal is with this card, but it's going up like crazy. I'm actually gonna save this so I can put it in my thumbnail. So yeah, I don't care if you guys know what I do. I don't care. This is how I do it. I come up here to TCG Player, I save the picture, and I put it in the thumbnail. So that's what I'm about to do with that. So that's what it is. But anyways, card goes up like crazy. Get these 5 for 68 cents each. Get these 3. Do whatever you want to do, man. There are a couple walls here, but the card goes up like crazy. So I'm just saying there's just not many of these ultra rares, and the card goes up, and the card does a thing. So on top of all the stuff I just said, this card actually does a thing. This card is just a generic monster pop and or extender. So you could pop a card with this card, or you can extend your plays with this card. This card's actually kind of decent. I'm getting a little excited here because the card's actually kind of decent here. I don't even know where it comes from. Sometimes just be getting excited. But moving forward, number 90. I want to talk about number 90 because this card's a ridiculous price. I actually am talking about it because I sold mine recently for around 50 bucks. So after I sold it, I was like, what's the deal with this card? Why is this shit so expensive? And I went to go look at it, and it has there's no all versions button. So this is the only printing of the card. That's the only reason why this card has value. Obviously the card is really good. It searches a lot of good cards, a lot of Galaxy cards that you can search off this. This card actually searches a lot of cool cards. If we're going to be honest, this card does a lot of cool stuff. Not a bad card at all. And on top of it all, it negates monster effects. So this card is really not bad at all. I'm not trying to make it like, oh, this card's not good, but I think it's overpriced. That's all I'm trying to say. And as a guy that likes rank 8s, we talked about before, you know, I want to get my hands on this again, but I'm just going to wait. Hopefully it gets reprinted, and then we can see this card go down in price. Because if you look at these quantities, it exists. You know how I say sometimes cards don't exist? This is a real card. You can get your hands on it, but I don't know. That's why I feel like if this card gets reprinted, it'll just go down in price. Yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoyed the market watch, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. It really helps so much. You know, I'm trying to get to my next goal. We got 5,000 subscribers. That's going to take a while, but I need your guys' help, man. Do not be a ghost watcher, bro. I really do love you guys and appreciate you guys. Once I get some time, I'm going to go through the results for the giveaway with my lady. Because I pretty much can't leave home after having the new kid. So just a little update. I'll go ahead and go through all the comments with my lady, and then we'll put them in a hat and however pick one, and I'm gonna pick one as well. So I already spoiled it for you guys. I could have edited it out, but it's whatever. I'll just spoil it for you guys. I'm gonna give away the gray, and I'm giving away the tan because I'm the realist. That's just what it is, bro. I love you guys legitimately. So I'm gonna get. And this is my money. I bought these myself. You know, they are seconds, but you know, they're still beautiful mats. They turned out great. I'm gonna make a video saying why I think you should buy Spellground seconds because they are really good buys. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna make that video. In that video, I'll do the giveaway. If I got y'all to stay this long and listen to me ramble, please comment down below. Let me know what kind of car do you drive and what is your dream car that you hope to drive one day when you're old and doing nothing with your life. So you guys take care. I drive a Telluride. I drive a Kia Telluride. It's like an 8-row SUV because I have so many damn kids. So, you know, 8-seater SUV, you know, but nothing crazy. But, you know, take care. Have a good rest of your day.